the cons of being a mobile mechanic. So there's plenty of good things, but I don't want to just keep on explaining good things all the time. So I'm going to just say one thing about the cons. Sometimes some of the cons could be where you're working at. Sometimes you could be at a place and you're working, and for me, my biggest thing is the terrain. That's one of the biggest things. Like where I'm at right now, it's just full of dirt, and I got to pull a transmission out. Literally, it's gonna go out, up, not down. So that's kind of the thing. Sometimes it's the terrain. Second thing is I'm out here, there's like freaking wasps flying around everywhere, like several like different kinds of families of wasps. So it's also to a point where sometimes you could be dealing with that. But other than that, where your location, that's just one of the things where sometimes it could be like, come on. Sometimes, you're working out straight sun, like how it is right now. There's definitely no freaking like shade at all. Oh, like right there, there's like a... But all right, so like I was saying, where you're at, location in the mobile mechanic world, that's like where the biggest thing is, where you're gonna be working at. So like I said, it's like freaking hot, and there's like no shade at all. If you gotta like use the bathroom, you gotta make sure you use it before you come out here, because I can tell you it is far away. And being like female me, I don't use bathrooms outside, I will wait. But other than that, it's just like everything and resources is definitely out of reach. So that's one of the things. Like I'm in Georgia right now, I'm in Folkestone, Georgia, so it's like a small city, small area, so trying to find a parts store, things like that, tends to be a little bit challenging. But other than that, sometimes, like I said, that's just one of the cons that come with it. The cons is the location. So where I'm at right now, I kind of, would rather be in a shop doing what I'm doing. Like I said, I'm working on that right there, and I gotta pull that transmission. We're getting a forklift, so we're pulling it out, not down under. And down under is how I've always done the transmission. But today, I gotta do it that way. So that's just one of those cons. Sometimes you're gonna be indoors, sometimes you're not. But majority of the times, for my cases, I'm outside. So it's kind of just like how it is. But yeah, sometimes you get to go good places. And a couple of the jobs that I've been to, sometimes I'm in a good area. I'm in a good area. It's but sometimes I don't get it that way. But being with that said, yeah, that's just one of them. Sometimes it's just the location where you're at, and some of the times you have to work around what you're in. Like right now, if this truck wasn't even on the ground, like sitting how it's sitting, and I could pull the transmission down from underneath, I couldn't even get a jack underneath there, because it's gonna be kind of hard to pull the transmission on a jack on this type of terrain. So that's why I was saying, like, number one is the terrain sometimes. I'll prefer pavement, but in this case, it's not like that. So that's just with that. So that's just one of them. So like when you want to be a mobile mechanic, and that's just one of the things you want to think about, especially when you're doing it on diesel, and I'm doing it on big trucks. Most of the times on a car, you'll be lucky, and majority of the time a car is is broken down in a reasonable place. But in this situation, I just have to deal with it the way it is. So that's just what comes with what I'm doing. But other than that, I have heart for it, and I have that passion. So regardless of where a truck's sitting, in my eyes, if it's not dangerous and involving my safety, then I'm gonna do it. So other than that, that's just that part on the location. And that's how I am getting into the water.
cap.
Yeah, that's the cap.
That's turn the flywheel though.
You asked me what's going on right now. I can't exactly tell you because we're about to be getting into something very interesting here. But other than that, as we're going to continue this video, um, another thing I wanted to say, dealing with what we're dealing with now, is that the part that I dealt with a little bit before was sometimes one of the negative things about being a mobile mechanic when you're out there, one of the cons is that sometimes you just don't have everything you need. Like I had to like one thing about this you're gonna learn if you're being a mobile mechanic. Since for me, I don't have that muscle strength. I have to have a lot of brain muscle strength because I didn't have like a couple sockets, so it's kind of like I had to work around and use wrenches and wrench extenders. Which a wrench extender, I'm going to probably make a video on that and let you guys know how awesome that tool is. So, but other than that, I'm telling you, you really got to be smart and improvising for the things you don't have. Like we're about to do now. We can't turn this flywheel over because it's been sitting here and it's just old. So we don't even have the tool that you use to turn the flywheel with. I have it, but it's not with me because some things, everything I can't carry, and sometimes I have to leave certain things and carry certain things. So as I'm going to get more further up and up, and as I go, I'll be able to have more storage space when I'm moving around. So sometimes I have the things, but I just don't have it with me. So um, they're about to, because I'm at a junkyard place, and we're about to just cut this engine out and take the transmission, the whole thing out as a whole. With that said, yeah, one thing for sure is you really gotta improvise with everything you do out here when you're a mobile mechanic. Like I said, just some things you're not gonna have. And like I said, with the whole thing, the first thing with the location in the mechanic world, you know, when you're out here and you're just out in the middle of nowhere, there's no such thing as I'm gonna go to the auto zone or I'm gonna go to Napa or Ollie's or whatever, Tom Neal, you name it, whatever near parts store, just to get tools or little things you need. Ain't no tractor supply out here. So you really gotta just pretty much do what you can do, you know. You got to just work with what you have at the moment. So like I said, like as I progress over the years, as I'm doing this by myself, I'll start to acquire more space, and I'll be able to carry everything. Because like I said, it sucks sometimes. Like you should see how I get so upset when I know I got the tool and I either got to buy it again, or B, I gotta like do some crazy stuff or take a longer route just to get to the same issue that I've done way easier, way more faster with the tool that I had. So right now, we just don't have that tool to turn that flywheel. And I'm telling you, like I was thinking in my head, like this truck's been sitting out here for who knows how long, and this motor might be seized. So like I said, when you're out here in the mobile mechanic world, I'm telling you, you really got to use that noggin. Like I did a transmission, and when I did this transmission, I didn't have a clutch jack, and I had to like use I'll show you. I had to use a ratchet strap just to ratchet strap that clutch down because I didn't have the clutch adapter to even attach to the transmission jack to even get the thing out. So it's just one of those things like you really gotta like use your brain muscles, and the more you start coming up with ideas and finding out new ways and different kind of ways to do things, the more better you'll kind of get. Because certain things you like, but like I said, it's passion. I have the passion, so to me, I'm like, I'm gonna get it out or it's gonna be done. Like this customer right now, he wants that transmission that's sitting up in that thing. It's a nice transmission. It's actually pretty new. It's actually rebuilt. So being with that said, he wants that. So like I said, we're gonna get and come up with new ideas when you don't have things. So that's just another one of those cons I was talking about. Just ain't gonna have everything. So yeah. it's the next morning, and after all that, getting that out and everything like that, we ended up having to getting the bolts out of the torque converter. Had to turn the engine. We had to like use a pipe wrench, turn it by the front, by the joint, the U-joint front, and then we finally got it loose and everything like that. But that was how we got that off. But one of the last things I'll just leave this video off with, when it comes to like kind of the cons. So sometimes you will have it where you and the customer got something established to do it a certain way, and yeah, we're gonna do it this way, and then they like overnight wake up with a whole new plan, like, nah, I don't think I want it like that, or I don't know what the, things change with people, money wise, advice wise, sometimes better options, time, it can be a lot of things. So sometimes you be thinking you're going to do one thing and you think it's going to go a certain way, or it's going to be whatever the case may be, but it ends up not being that way, so then you got to like readjust for whatever you just planned for. So yeah, but other than that, I always enjoy every experience, no matter what. I love what I do, so it doesn't even matter. Just keep on pushing. So you guys leave me any comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Trying to grow the channel, and probably having some new things come out pretty soon. So you guys